Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, what goes on is we're primarily focused on motorcycles on this channel and doing reviews about them, but we are open to almost all power sports products with wheels and an engine, even maybe some cars in the future as well. Most of the content here is pretty fast-paced. I try to keep it informative and entertaining, and I like to sprinkle in some memes and sound effects and whatnot too. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, consider hitting that subscribe button and checking out this playlist right here for more content like this. Today's topic of discussion is this 2022 BMW K1600 GT. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you whether or not this motorcycle right here is a good buy, or you should be saying goodbye. And keep in mind, this is just my opinion. It doesn't really hold any merit in the actual industry. If it wasn't obvious at just a quick glance, this is very clearly a touring motorcycle from BMW, and it is a massive chungus. Its main focus is long-distance touring with maximized comfort. It's loaded with tons of bells and whistles and an awesome engine for excellent performance, plus great suspension for agile and nimble handling, even though it's quite large. Let's dive into some of the specifications and features that make this machine so attractive to a touring-oriented rider. So to start things off, let's begin with the power plant right here. This is an inline 6-cylinder liquid-cooled dual overhead cam engine churning out 158 brake horsepower. It makes 133 foot-pounds of torque, and the transmission output is a shaft drive, which means minimal power loss and super low cost of maintenance when doing your services, which are about once a year. Yes, this is a big motorcycle, but it only weighs in at 756 pounds, which is lighter than I was expecting it to come out to. At a quick glance, I'd say the biggest turnoff for a lot of people with this motorcycle is going to be the seat height. It comes in at 29.5 inches. I'm going to show you guys how I shack up on it. I'm 6'1" for reference, and it's just narrow enough that I can still flat foot this bike. I think another inch and I wouldn't be able to flat foot it. Those are really the main specifications that I like to hit on in my videos. Now I want to talk through some of the features that this motorcycle comes with as standard equipment. It's equipped with self-leveling suspension in the rear. So no matter what kind of cargo you're packing down in those saddlebags, or even if you have a pillion, the suspension is always adjusting itself for the most optimal ride. This headlight in the front is an adaptive LED headlight. The module that connects to the light communicates with the internal measuring unit of the motorcycle. That means that this light is going to give you the most ideal lighting in any situation, no matter what your lean angle is. It's always going to be trying to adapt and give you the most optimal light in front of you. The bike also features a Bluetooth FM AM radio, and I still have not figured out how to use it. But kind of getting into the inner workings of that radio, you do have to navigate through the 10.25-inch full-color TFT display. It's not touchscreen, but BMW does have a fairly intuitive collar that they have on the left control grip, and that's how you navigate through the menu, along with a menu selector button. There's also an included USB charger for nice, convenient charging on the go, and it also comes with a heated seat, as well as heated grips that you can control from that TFT display. And on the left-hand control, you'll find a button for the variable windscreen that allows it to go up or down. This can be super useful, especially on a day like today where it was 19 degrees this morning. You can get that windshield up to protect your body from the wind, but whenever it warms up in the afternoon, say around 50 to 55 degrees, maybe you want a little bit more breeze in your face, you can lower this windscreen right back down. Before we go on a test ride, I'm going to get you guys an exhaust clip, so after that, I will see you on the test ride. Alright everybody, we are out on the roadways on the BMW K1600. First thing right off the bat that I'm noticing, the motor is buttery smooth. If it wasn't making any noise, you'd have a really hard time even telling it was on. Shifts are very crisp as well. Engagement of the clutch on downshift is stellar. 750 plus pounds, sure sounds like a lot, but man, this thing runs and rides out so well. So to get to the heated features, push on their menu button here. You're going to select again, you're going to get into your settings, you're going to go down with the collar over here. You can kind of see how it rotates right there. That rotation is how you move up and down. And then once you're down, you can select by just pushing it this way. And then you can click here. I can, from there, I suppose, rotate it, yes, to turn up my heated grips. And then I click it to the right. Okay, hit the menu button to go back. Let's turn on my seat. Absolutely perfect. You know, I kind of like the taller seat height on this. I do appreciate motorcycles that sit me up a little bit higher. I feel like I have better control over them, kind of like how you have excellent control over a dirt bike or a dual sport. Oh my goodness. I mean, just for being so big and heavy, this thing feels amazing going through this roundabout. I'm leaned, man. All right, let's wind it out.
Oh my.
It even tried picking up the tire in second gear. That's wild. And that was just rain mode, so that's not even the most aggressive throttle mode. I guess I forgot to mention that. This motorcycle has selectable ride modes. You can see the button right over here for those. Whee-wee! If you wanted to do some spirited riding with this bike, absolutely possible. This is a pretty nuanced detail, but the levers on this motorcycle are done super well. They're not big and bulky like American cruisers. They're very slender and slim, and the adjustment on them, I super duper appreciate that because I've got longer fingers and I like to two-finger pull, and on these American models, the levers are not adjustable, so whenever I two-finger pull them, it actually smashes these two knuckles. Everything about this bike is so darn smooth. I think, oh man, if you rode one of these and then you had to ride an American cruiser and make a decision, it's not even a tough choice. This thing is stellar. Let's put it in dynamic mode. What does that mean? Oh my goodness. I need to be reading my RPMs. I feel like I'm short shifting it. So very quick. How tall is first gear? Okay, so during my 0 to 60 test, it looks like I can hold it out all the way through first. Put my windscreen up. Getting a lot of wind noise, a lot of buffeting. Wow, and that basically eliminated all of it. Now it's dead quiet behind this windscreen. One thing I don't like though is that this line is right in my line of sight as I'm looking forward. It's a little distracting. You could get used to it. It is a little distracting though. Ooh, before the 0 to 60 test, this bike also has a reverse function. I have not figured out how to use it yet. So if you're watching this video in hopes that I do that, sorry. One other thing that I wish that they did on this bike was that the buttons for the heated grips were actual buttons and not somewhere hidden in the menu. I don't like how long it took for me to find that. Now's the part where we do a 0 to 60 test. I'm gonna do my best to launch this bike from 0 to 60 as quickly as possible. Yes, I'm going downhill. No, I do not care. 3, 2, 1. Just amazing acceleration out of this absolute behemoth of a machine. Can't believe how hard it pulls. But you know what? That's what 160 horse can do for you. I should know. I do have that MT10 that I talk about all the time, but never bust out in any of my videos. It'll come. It'll show out. No one's even asking for it. Who am I talking to? All right, cruise control, let's do it. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I love it. I love it.
I love it!
You know, I heard the pioneers used to ride these things.
Oh, the pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
Man, oh man. I mean, this thing is, I don't know if I have anything bad to say about it other than the seat being a little bit tall, so the audience that's going to be able to ride these is diminished by that, but damn, everything else about this bike is amazing. The inline 6 I imagine would be kind of a pain in the ass to service just because a lot of it's hidden behind plastic, and well, there are 6 individual cylinders, pistons, probably 4 valves per head, probably 24 valves, I don't actually know, I'm not speaking facts, but for everything that you get with this machine, I think they start somewhere in the 20s. And this GT model that I'm on right here is the base model, apparently. Finding neutral on this, also, another really small detail, but finding neutral on this, super easy, goes in every time. I haven't had to struggle once to find it. Man, what an awesome machine. I really like it. I really like this bike. I don't do sport touring, and like, this isn't my style, but one day if I had to, I think this is something I'm gonna look into. Maybe. The strongest contender is definitely gonna be the Goldwing, and if you're a Goldwing diehard, and you're looking at this compared to a Goldwing, the best thing you can do for yourself, go get your ass in the seat of both of them. I think the Goldwing does sit a little bit lower, and for that reason might be a little bit more friendly. But aside from that, man, I don't know there's much to complain about with this motorcycle, aside from the seat height that I keep mentioning. This thing's maximum comfort, maximum effort, and it's balanced so well. I'm going 2 miles per hour right now. My feet are not on the ground. I'm just in the friction zone. And I'm just going to kind of creep between these two machines with it. 1 mile per hour. Wow. Oh, and it's a mid-control bike, so your foot controls are in the middle of the machine, not pitched forward. So not as relaxed as American Cruisers either, but to be honest, I don't really think this is competing against the American Cruisers. Okay, final thoughts. This bike is targeting someone who wants to do some serious touring, who also wants some serious amenities to go along with it, like heated grips, heated seat, even a center stand that I forgot to mention, as well as lower fog lights that I forgot to mention. Selectable ride modes, cruise control, traction control, ABS, an adaptive headlight, a variable windscreen. If you're looking for a more traditional long-distance hauler that has pitch-forward controls, more relaxed ergonomics, and a lower seat height, you should really be looking at something from either Indian Motorcycle or Harley Davidson. This bike isn't competing with those, so if that's what you're after, you're really looking at the wrong motorcycle, but it can do much of the same things that those machines can, and probably a little bit more comfortably. But if you love the rumble and grumble of an American pushrod V-twin, you're really not going to be happy with this inline 6. But I tell you what, this machine right here will line up against any Harley Davidson, and I'd be willing to wager any Indian, and it will knock their in the dirt. This thing is not here to screw around. It's about 80 pounds lighter than anything from the American market. This bike just brings way too much to the table to not look at it as a serious option. And if you're looking for a serious machine to do some serious touring, then I'm serious. This is a good buy. Now, if you're looking to do some long distance touring, but you want a low seat height, you want forward relaxed ergonomics, something with a significantly larger dealer network, so no matter where you're at, you're always within range of a dealership, low cost of maintenance, a classic rumblin' grumblin' American pushrod V-twin, then I would say for you, this is probably goodbye. Man, this bike was so much fun. Okay, let's do the outro. Hey everybody, welcome to the end of the video. Thanks for watching this far. If you like what you just watched, please consider leaving a like on this video. And if you want to catch more content like this in the future, please hit that subscribe button. And I really want to know what you guys think about this motorcycle sitting right behind me. So please leave your thoughts and comments below. You can also check out this playlist right here for more of my Should You Buy series. And that's pretty much going to be all that I want to talk about at the end here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and ride safe.